everyone, welcome to Deeksha Vedantu. I'm your physics teacher Aditi ma'am, and today for my hard working kids I have brought an amazing, very important video. The best trick to solve physics numericals. Now we know numericals can be tricky, they are hard and we run from them. I used to run from them, but this trick, this whole concept will go by step on how to solve, what to solve and what to actually focus on, and then I'll tell you the best trick, the trick that makes your numericals very easy to solve. Okay, let's start with our video. So there can be two kinds of students at this point: the students who know the concepts and formulas and the students who don't know the concept of formulas. So let's say you are student 1, you are a great student and you have studied the whole year and now you just want to practice and relax and revise the numericals. But numericals still scare you, still you run from them. It's fine. What you have to do, we'll discuss about how to study the numericals first. Okay? So you know all the concepts and formulas. So first go and study the solved numericals. Okay? First go and study the solved numericals. Those are very important because they'll build your confidence, right? Then do at least 3 questions every day with the timer. Yes, this point is very important, with the timer, because that will build your speed. Understood? Next is how to actually solve the numericals. This is where our trick comes. Okay, this is of course is for both the students. If you know the formulas or the concepts, this trick is for you. If you even don't know the formulas and the concepts, we'll see them, we'll revise them first, and this is the trick you have to follow. I'll tell you how to study, but let's hear what the actual trick is. The trick is nothing, it is just basic plain common sense. Okay, so the trick is whatever is given. Let's say there is a concave mirror question is given to you in the exam, right? Like concave mirror, half focal length this, half focal length 19 centimeter and all that. The first thing and the trick that you have to solve is always to divide your question into 3 steps. That is given, to find and solution. Right? Now this may seem simple to you, ma'am thumbnail to इतना बड़ा लगा दिया, trick ये बताया. No, this is the biggest trick. Trust me when I say this, that I cleared my 10th math, physics and all the numericals just because of these 3 simple steps. You write what is given, that is concave mirror. Yes, in the question I am given with concave mirror. Okay, now concave mirror focal length is also given, that is 19 centimeter, and let's say some distance is also given, let us say 6 centimeter. Now what you have to do, all these numericals, whenever I teach you numericals, that is a different part, but whenever I teach you numericals, we see the first thing after you have to do after writing all this is then to see. Let's say they have asked you to find V, right? To find the image distance. So in the to find you have to write V, that is image distance, correct? And then start your solution. In the solution you have to go step by step. Now what you did here is that you cleared all the confusion. You cleared the confusion. Why? What confusion, ma'am? Like I personally have done this, that the concave mirror is given or I thought the concave lens is given, or convex mirror is given, I thought concave mirror is given. So you clear the confusion that yes, the exact concave mirror is given to me. Then we move on, we find its focal length, we find the sine of its focal length, the sine of u, and then we solve the whole formula by mirror formula. That we know how to solve it, but we don't know how to stop making silly mistakes. This will help you solve the silly mistakes problem. Correct? This will help you solve the silly mistakes problem. That's it. You don't have to do anything else. You don't have to do anything else. Trust me. Now, coming on to calculation, I'll also tell you one trick. So, the second scenario is that now you don't know, you keep forgetting concepts and formulas. So, what you have to do, I have again told you again and again, formula sheet. Make a full-fledged formula sheet, divide the sheet into certain sections. Okay, take a big paper, even if you need a chart, take a chart. Divide that into big sections and write it here. Light, okay, heredity, control and coordination, and acids and bases, metals and non-metals, and then electricity, right? Metals and non-metals. So revise this and now write the formulas. Write the formulas here, right? Now, I wrote bio and chemistry as well, but for physics, you have to solve it. Now, here electricity, you write the formula of electricity, of power, of electric energy, and then say, you wrote, let me see here, let's say you have written the magnetic effects. So in magnetic effects, the important formula is QVB sine theta. So where theta can be 90, theta can be 0, right? Write all these on a formula sheet and paste that formula sheet on a wall. I keep telling you again and again, paste that formula sheet on your wall. Okay, that will give you full marks. Now, moving on, we have the second step is practice NCERT solved numericals. Solved, why I am saying solved? To build your confidence. NCERT solved numericals are very important because they are of basic concept, right? Then move to moderate ones, give them a try, do some hard numericals, or also you can join our live sessions, right? Join the live session, we solve all the numericals there, even hard MCQs, assertion, reason. Join my live sessions, I will solve the numericals with you. Okay, I will hold your hand and will try to solve the numericals. Okay, now practice the difficult ones. If you have any doubt, you have live sessions, come to live sessions, ask your doubts. I have cleared all your doubts in the live sessions. Come to the live sessions and practice these solved ones if you want, and then ask the doubts. Ask doubts, that is very important. And then we move to PYQs. So what we did, we revised formulas first, right? We revised the formulas first and then we solved the solved numericals. Then we moved to the difficult ones and then PYQs. PYQs can make or break your boards. Revise the PYQs, revise them daily, ask doubts if you have any, and it will definitely be very easy to clear your boards for physics numericals. Okay, and hence we are done with this video. Let me just tell you that for calculation, see, just a second, for calculation, now what you have to do for calculation, see, for calculation you have this one trick. Calculation, let's say you have the time. Okay, you have plenty of time to solve the calculation, but the one thing is that when you have time, you can clearly solve the calculation. Okay, solve the calculation, do the division properly. But if you don't have the time, right? Teacher is coming to get your copy and everything, then what you do, you use the round of formulas, right? Round of tricks. You use the rounding of tricks. If you have to divide by 4.8, just divide by 5. Okay, if you have 200 divided by 4.5, you think this is difficult, just divide it by 205. This is, I'm talking about when you don't have time. Okay, when you don't have time, you can use this. If you have time, definitely go with divide with 4.5. But if you don't have time, teacher is coming and you have to write any answer. Now, then you have to write this 40, but write approx in bracket. Okay, this might not give you full marks, but they won't cut full marks either. Okay, they'll give you some marks for your effort. Okay, done. So 2 tricks. Write this, this solution, write this properly given, and then to find and solution, and then rounding off method, right? Use these two tricks and your numericals, you can solve them like a butter. Okay, done? Very good. Now I'm hoping that you are done and you want to, and you will be able to solve all the numericals in a very quick manner. Practice those. There is no trick for practice. I can give you so many tricks how to practice numericals, but you have to sit, you have to get your pen and paper, you have to start practicing the numericals. It's just a month, it's just 2 months, Baba. You have these 2 months that can change your 10th result. I want you to use them very, very carefully. Okay? Tata, bye bye.